Mackenzie, right? Congratulations. I feel like this has been a long time coming. We've talked about even since your debut, even when you were in LFA, it's when were you going to fight for a belt? When were you going to get the belt? So now that you do finally have the belt, I guess, and the fight's over, how are you feeling?
I feel a little sore, but I feel amazing. I think we let it all out there we really gave all our best to try and get the fight. But yeah, it's like a dream come true. But I don't know. Every time I reach a goal, I always make a new one. So I'm already like thinking about getting back in the gym, getting better, and I know I'm gonna have a huge target on my back now. So I want to make sure I'm ready for what's coming next.
In terms of how the fight played out, especially at media day, you were saying, I don't think either of us want to keep this fight standing. It ended up being a pretty predominantly fought on the ground. You were doing a lot of damage from the bottom, though. So did that fight against Jailton and Volkov play any factor in that? Because I don't know if you saw it. It was kind of similar. And how do you think the fight played out compared to expectations?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought that her strategy would be to be striking, kind of how she did, and then try and get a takedown near the end of each round and steal the rounds. So that was what I imagined their strategy would be. I feel like I stayed kind of controlling the cage. I feel like I was landing more shots. And we kind of felt like that we could let loose on our striking because if we did fall on the ground, we were comfortable on the ground. Obviously, there's always that risk of getting the round stolen from you being on the bottom. But I really just try to be like dangerous on the ground and like attacking the whole time, like trying to get a submission. When I saw that she was kind of really just stalling, I tried to like just kick her off of me and get back up again. And if I felt like that she was just kind of holding, just really try and get my, I don't know, not ground and pound because you're on the bottom, but, get my damage while I was on the bottom. My elbow's all like blowing up right now.
After the fight, you both stood and raised your hand in victory. Were you confident that you were going to be the one to leave with the belt?
I mean, no. I mean, not that I wasn't confident. I feel like I did everything I could do with the fight, but it's the judges, and it's like I felt like I could win. I felt like the fight could be mine, but I wanted to get a knockout, and I wanted to be like a champion with or a submission or a knockout so no one could say anything, and it's like with MMA and the critics and just the fans, it's always going to be like that. If you leave it for the judge's decision, it could go either way. You never know.
You said now you have a target on your back. You had mentioned Tatiana Suarez as a possible first challenger. Is that the name you want, or are you just going to let the UFC kind of figure it out?
I mean, I don't know how much say I have in being a champion now, you know what I mean? I don't know how much my word and my decisions get into play, but I'm here to defend it. So whoever gets sent to me, I'll be ready for it. So I don't know Weili, but I would definitely like to just fight Tatiana. I think maybe if she gets one more fight in, but yeah, I want to get it. I want to have a couple more fights with some grapplers.
How does it feel to now you no longer have to be chasing someone? You don't have to look up the rankings. Now you are the one that they all have to come to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they say it's hard to get the belt, but it's even harder to stay at the top, you know what I mean, and defend it. So I'm definitely prepared for, all the hard work that has to go in. This is really like what's the hard part starts from now, you know what I mean? And but I'm excited. I'm excited whoever is going to come. I think that that's what's going to make me evolve so much as a fighter, just like a grappler coming, a striker, and all these people studying me and trying to, and I have to redo myself every single fight and just so they can never find the right way to beat me.
And then just last one for me. Talk to us about the moment we saw you hug your dad in there, and then you brought your daughter in there. Two people that you've brought to they were there for your almost entire journey. So talk to me about that moment.
Yeah, I mean, hugging my dad was just like, I really am hoping I can make him proud. I try to stay my whole jiu-jitsu career trying to make him proud, and being here this whole time, he's like, go get what's yours, go get what's yours, go get what's yours. He just kept reminding me that, and he's just always believing me, and so it just kind of felt really good to just hug him and be like, hey, we did it together, and I'm only in fighting because of him, Probably if I didn't have a dad as a fighter and a martial artist, maybe I wouldn't be into martial arts, So this is definitely part of this win is his. This belt is his, just like mine. And then obviously having my daughter there, she was like so happy. She was like holding back tears, emotion inside of her. But yeah, to kind of just gone through learning to be an MMA fighter, learning how to punch, going through pregnancy, motherhood, divorce, like normal, not normal, but things that people go through in life, and also trying to be at the highest level of a fighter possible. It's like it's been a long run and a lot of adversity, and yeah, she is my biggest motivation. So I'm really happy, and it was amazing for me to have her there by my side.
Did she have a good time in Abu Dhabi?
Oh, she loves Abu Dhabi. It's ice cream every day, and the hotel. It's amazing, kids club, and the pool, and camels, and bird, hawks, and falcons, and she loves it.
Hi, Mackenzie. Congratulations on your win. We talked in the build-up to the fight about what it means, how you felt you were destined to win this title in Abu Dhabi, given your long history with the city. How does it feel? How does it feel to know that the stars have aligned for you?
It feels amazing. I feel like, yeah, I mean, I got to a point where it's like, I don't want to let Destiny down right now. You know what I mean? I'm like in the middle of the fight, and I'm just thinking like, man, this is close. She's getting these takedowns. Like, I didn't feel like I was in like danger. If you take your mind into like a fight mindset. But, I didn't want to lose a fight because of, like, getting outpointed, you know what I mean? So I try to be, like, touching. I would like to get a knockout and stuff like that. But, it came to the end, I'm like, yeah, the lines are destined for, like, everything's destined for me to win this. So I'm not gonna lose it now. I got to do my part, and I can't just let Destiny do everything all by itself. I got to do my part of it, too, and just really put everything on the line for it.
Congratulations for your win. I know your daughter is young, but you said that she's excited. How much of it she understands, like what is your achievement, or she thinks that you have just won a fight? Just if you can break it down a little more for us.
Oh, she thinks it's like I think she thinks I'm like a superhero. She'll tell the kids, even like around the hotel, she's like, oh, did you know my mom's a UFC fighter? And she really just thinks it's like the coolest thing. Even like at the playground at home in California, she's like, I'm hearing her tell the kids, like, I'm going to go tell my mom she's a fighter, like she wants to tell the kids that she's going to go and tell me what they're doing if they're treating her bad or something, So she thinks it's really cool. Yeah, she definitely knows. She's been telling me she sees me going to training. There's like every day, sometimes she's like, Mom, can you just stay home? Can we just like relax on the couch? And I gotta go to training, and I gotta like go and more. And she's just like, okay, train hard so you can get lots of belts, and then you can be the best in the world. So she definitely knows sacrifice and reward, and how much we've been working hard for this.
And one more from me. Abu Dhabi seems to be a lucky charm for you. Would you say that?
Yes, 100%. Abu Dhabi. And I'm the first woman to ever win a title in Abu Dhabi. So Abu Dhabi has a special place in my heart. And I feel like Abu Dhabi, I made history for Abu Dhabi too, And yeah, I want to come back all the time. Thank you, guys.